Okay,
Okay,
here we are.
We are in Albuquerque, and a beautiful, nice couple just wrote to Luca's account in Instagram, and they invited us to their house, and we just arrived here. So let's go and see.
Let's see. Our camera. Let's see. This is the house.
Hey guys!
Hi! Hey, there they are. Luca.
Hi!
Thank you. Sarah.
It's so nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Greg.
Sarah, hi.
This is Luca.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Luca. Welcome, you're welcome. Hi,
They're
baby.
coming inside.
You want to come inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someday I'll wish upon a star. Wake up where the clouds are far.
It's so nice to have you guys in here.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
We have a lot of kids, so I hope that's okay. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Hello.
Big family.
Yeah.
How many
Come on
children do
in.
you have?
5.
5.
Yeah, 5. Say hi, Tyler.
Birds fly.
It's nice to meet you. I was excited to see you post on Instagram the other day that you were at Pollos Hermanos. Yeah, the original Pollos Hermanos. And I saw that you were going to be going down Route 66, but at the time I thought, oh, that's cool, but I didn't reach out for whatever reason. But when I saw you at Pollos Hermanos, I thought, oh, I should at least send him some other locations to go to, you know, for the Breaking Bad show. And then you started to share our trucks broken down, and I told Michelle, I was like, I feel so bad that they're in this nightmare here in Albuquerque, and I feel like Albuquerque has a lot of nice people, and it's a nice place to be, and I didn't want your experience to be so bad here, you know. So then I started to write you, and I was really surprised when you wrote back, because I told her I'm going to write him, but I did not think for a second that you'd actually write back. You know?
Yeah, actually,
Told me
a
that
lot
too.
of people, they think like just because your Instagram account is huge that they are always like surprised, because actually I try always to reply to everyone because I really feel that it's important, because everyone deserves the same attention, you know. And I think the timing when you wrote me that message saying we would like to help you, like me and Sara, we were really depressed because the truck weren't going. We didn't know what would happen with the mechanic, because he told us, he made us a quote really high, and we were like there stuck, and we didn't know what to do. And when you write us that message was like a perfect time, and we were like okay, everything is going bad, but look this message, how
good.
Nice and good.
Yeah.
We were so a good vibe on that.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Greg, and this is my wife Michelle, and we live here in Albuquerque, the beautiful state of New Mexico.
We were just really excited when Luca responded to Greg, because he reached out to him and said that y'all were in town, and it was very exciting. But then at the same time, for me, I told him I don't want to meet those people because I want to do what they're doing.
Yeah, so Luca and
That's
Sara,
gonna make me sad.
they're doing something that we've always dreamt of doing, and so it's fun to be able to watch on Instagram, and at the same time this is even better to be able to interact with them in person. I never thought that we would get to meet. That's pretty cool. I started following Luca on Instagram a year ago or more because I liked his hair. I used to have a lot of hair just like he does, but yeah, they're doing something that I think that we have always kind of had in our hearts, to get out and explore the world and learn that our world is bigger than this town or this house or this job. And so this is really special to us, and it comes at a good time. We have a lot of family things going on right now. My sister is fighting cancer. I've been fighting cancer for 2 years now. And this week was a hard week, and so this is actually a good. This is very lifting.
It's uplifting
to me.
for our spirits to hang out with new friends and get to share our hearts and hear their hearts too. And you know, something we were just talking about too was how, and this is true for me, a lot of my closest friends are on Instagram, and so it's just neat to meet people in person and see how tangible their hearts are and how. That's one of our kids.
That's one of our kids.
We have 5 kids, 4 boys and 1 girl.
Yeah.
And
so
they're the best.
Thank you to Luca and Sara for showing up, and hopefully we can go to dinner and maybe share a drink and just have some good conversation and get to know who they are. So we are very excited.
Thank you so much to these people here. Not thank you to Luca and Sara. Travel for us means also this, to have the opportunity to meet these really amazing people.
Yeah, because what for them is just a shower, for us it's like taking a shower. It's so refreshing. It's so nice. You know, they just say, okay, come into my house, and it's not everybody. It's not for everybody.
Yeah. No, it's open the heart, and we can have the opportunity to hear the really interesting story, and this is everything. Thank you so much.
Yeah. On the more professional side, Michelle and I have led the music at our church for 14 years. 14 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we do that week in and week out, and we have a team. I play the guitar, she plays the piano, and we both sing. We switch around different instruments from time to time if we can, if we get to. And it's really a family that we have that does the music together.
It is.
But beyond that, just music as a passion, I started doing saxophone in middle school and piano when I was a kid. Learning the guitar was my favorite, was my passion, was playing the guitar. To me, it was one of the most portable, and it was the easiest to learn songs that you would hear on the radio.
And it was the reason I married him. So.
Yeah. And then when we met at her church, and she was on the stage doing music, and I immediately fell in love with who she was. And she could sing good, and she could play the piano, and she was directing the choir, and I just knew I wanted more of that in my life. And so, music is a special thing for us because it's always been how we've coped with life situations, with difficult times. We lost a baby, a son, and we wrapped ourselves and we rallied around music, particularly worship music, but for us it was a way to connect on a deeper level and be able to really stay together, so music is very special. And so these days now we find an hour here and 10 minutes there because we have all of these children and jobs and everything else, and so we practice music when we can. We sit down and we play and sing every chance we get, because it's really I think one of our deepest connections when it comes down to it.
Well, photography, I had a business for many years, and I loved it. For me, in photography, it started because we had a son, and I wanted pictures of him, and I started knocking on all the doors, and it was so expensive.
It was too much money.
And so I asked for a camera for Mother's Day, and I just learned how to shoot, and I read all the blogs and did all the YouTube tutorials and everything, and just self-taught my way into photography business. And after a little while, I think that the business side of it started kind of overtaking the creativity side of it, and so I have stepped away from it just to kind of make sure that I'm still settled in the passion, and I'm still doing it for the right reasons, and still love it when I'm doing it, because I think that when I really enjoy it, that's when I make the best pictures. That's when I have the best ideas at my shoots, and when it's more business, when it's more for the money, I don't feel inspired that way. And so I'm kind of going back to the beginning, trying to figure out my path in that particular passion.
Yeah. She's an amazing photographer. Really amazing artist.
So much to learn though. There's still it's just.
Kind of like you guys, she taught herself everything she knows. You know, she didn't have she didn't go to school, she didn't get a certificate or a degree. It was all self-taught. It was all something that she was passionate about and went out and found, and so you understand how that is, how difficult that is to do.
That's what I really love about meeting you guys, because several times just sitting here talking, you've mentioned how you want everybody to know that anybody can do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And in every single area, you've mentioned that several times, both of you, and I love that because it's just so inspiring, and what it tells me is that you care about people, and you want people to follow their passions and everything, and so I just think that's incredible.
Yeah, I might be one of the main people who need to hear that message, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so good.
She's been wanting to pack our stuff up in an Airstream and just go, and I'm kind of the, oh, what about this? What about that? You know, but seeing you guys here doing what you're doing, that's amazing. That's really cool. You know, it speaks to, like I said earlier, it kind of speaks to something that's always been on our hearts. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll follow in.
Yeah, why not?
LeAw, what was
Yeah.
it? Do you leave everything and
Leave
wander?
everything and wander,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have 5 little children wandering behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have already a big community following you.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
At least 5 Instagram followers.
Yeah.
There is good news. There is good truth that you could never change, no matter what you do. You are loved more than
You know.
more than you could hope for after everything you've done. As
Sure as the sun will rise
and
chase away the night, His mercy will not end.
I best look up.
His mercy will not end.
there is good news. There's a promise that no matter where you go, you will never be alone. In the dark, in the
Doubting,
when you can't feel anything, oh, His love remains the same. As
sure as the sun will rise
and
chase away the night, His mercy will not end. His mercy will not end.
even through the night, oh, silver stars will shine. Oh, hope's of
Glory's light
that will
wake us once again.
He's being a little brat. There we go.
As sure as the sun will rise and chase away the night, as sure as the sun will rise, His mercy not end. His mercy will not end.
So we messed that bridge up big time.